Well, it is the 6th day of April 2021. It's my hope that your day is coming up well. We meet again, and this time around on Newsfeed. It's always a pleasure to do this with you as we keep you up to speed as to what is playing out across the world of news. Karibu sana, and once again, make sure that you keep it right here. Your feedback is value, #Newsfeed, and we get to sample them as we proceed with the broadcast. So much happening in the world of news, and we kickstart with matters education as the principal of ABC Kiseveni Secondary School, that is in Machakos County, has been arrested over allegations that she shared KCSE mathematics paper on her WhatsApp status hours before the exam started. Now, Beta Butuko was picked from the school by a team of police officers led by Machakos DCIO Rhoda Kanyi for questioning. In her defense, Butuko reported that a strange number sent her the mathematics paper. A mobile phone was taken away from her as investigations into the incident commenced. Mutuku has been accused of intentionally posting the exam paper on WhatsApp on Monday evening for the candidates to study overnight before they sat for the exams.
It was in your status.
No, it was sent to me by even a number I don't know. The one that was not even in my phone.
Who sent to you?
I have the number which I can pass to you.
Let us get that number.
No, forget about it. I know.
We don't want a lot of stories.
Okay.
You hand over the phone to us and we don't have under the way as requested.
You be a deputy?
Yes.
Give me this one.
That one?
You have to call your deputy and hand over.
And that one is the phone?
Yes. Don't you, then you're going.
The principal has told us that he doesn't know who put the exam in her status, but she has confirmed to us this is the ongoing paper. We have also confirmed, we have gone in the classroom, we have found it is the ongoing paper. So what we have decided as investigators, we are going to the police station with her in the DCI. We are going to investigate the matter. We are just going to handle her phone to the cybercrime DCI headquarters so that we can know where the exam originated from to go to her status in the WhatsApp. Otherwise, so far, we do not know the originating point of the examination to her phone. But she has confirmed to us that yes, it is true, it was there. She has confirmed to us she was just alerted by the intelligence people that her status has got to the national examination. We are commencing our investigations, and we shall, if we find out that she is the one who put it herself, she will just face the law according to the National Examination Council guiding rules and law.
More on matters education, the KCPE results will be out in 2 weeks' time. Speaking from Kisumu County, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha indicated that marking of the KCPE multiple choice exams is complete, with focus now shifting to marking composition and ancient papers for about 1.8 million candidates that sat for the exams in mid-March. CS Magoha was inspecting the distribution of KCSE exam materials, with the exams clocking their 6th day Tuesday.
The second paper is the one that is usually under attack, but we have ensured that that attack is thwarted, and that even if you are able to get a few crooks to sit for the paper, they are unable to get the paper back to the children in the examination hall. This is happening in about 0.001%. The annoying thing is that it is taking quite a bit of our time. As far as the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education is concerned, in the inside of the next 2 weeks, the results should be out by that time. Should there be any change for any particular reason, we'll let you know.
Now, following a move by President Uhuru Kenyatta on cessation of movement in 5 counties termed as disease-infected counties, traders in Rift Valley are decrying low incomes from their businesses. Boniface Baraza with that report.
The traders said the barriers erected on the roads have derailed their transportation of goods and supplies to and from the capital city. They also say the situation has led to rise in the cost of transportation as they plead for issuance of special permit to ease transportation of goods and services.
Mambo ya wafanyabiashara ambao wanataka kupeleka mizigo yao Nakuru intercounty trading mpaka Nakuru, Nairobi, Machakos na hizo ziko lockdown. So tumeongea juu ya hiyo pia naye atatuambia, tumemuomba kama Chamber of Commerce vile atatusaidia wafanyabiashara wetu vile watakuwa wanapata barua ya kuallow wapeleke mizigo katika county ambazo ziko lockdown.
Nakuru County, being the headquarters of Rift Valley, is among the counties affected with the recent presidential directive, as traders from the larger Rift Valley region are now calling on the government to compensate them since they have been hit hard by the corona pandemic.
Angalie wala wamechukua loan. Wala wamechukua loan na biashara yao imefungwa, hawana mbele wala nyuma. Rais aweze kuzingatia hayo na kuongelea ili wananchi wa Kenya ambao sasa wanalala vibaya, wanalala hoi, waweze kupata njia ya kujimudu.
They also called on the government to give stipends to Kenyans who have been greatly affected with economic hardship owing to the economic slowdown.
Waweke loni ambazo hasina riba. Loni ambazo hasina riba ili Wakenya ambao sasa COVID imesakaa kila kona waweze kuchukua hizo pesa, wajisatiti, wafanye biashara yao na wakae maisha mazuri. Lakini sasa vile tulivyo, nadhani kwamba masharti haya ni magumu sana kwa Wakenya. Magumu mno kwa Wakenya, kiwango kwamba watu hawawezi kuweza kujisimamia wala kujimudu kwa sababu ya masharti ambayo Mheshimiwa Rais Mwikai Uhuru Kenyatta aliyaweka.
Most of the traders have been forced to close down their businesses owing to the hardships. Boniface Barasa, TV47, Trans Nzoia County.
And in the same breath, a section of entertainers and workers in the hospitality industry want the government to relax some of the COVID-19 containment measures issued by President Uhuru Kenyatta last month. Under the One Voice, One People activism outfit, the workers have cried foul over the impact that the measures have had on their trade, yet they are not to blame for the spiking COVID-19 figures. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in March last year, approximately 2.5 million employees in both entertainment and hospitality sectors have been dealt a financial blow, with the new measures reportedly worsening an already dire situation. Now, the workers have also cited how both industries have lost this move than about 5 billion shillings in the past 12 months, while calling on President Kenyatta to change tact in tackling COVID-19.
Refuse to take the blame for the spike in the numbers. We refuse to be the scapegoat every single time some numbers are spiked up. We refuse to be the scapegoat. We refuse to be treated like fools where one day we are at an infection rate of 47% and suddenly the next day, 5 days later, it's 16%. I just urge us to monitor. We've been getting statistics every single day since last year. Monitor the numbers versus the activities that were happening. And you will see this whole mess started when we had a lot of public rallies going on.
It's very easy for government to say there'll be lockdown, because the civil servants are still earning their salaries. The head of state has not been impacted by a lockdown. Uhuru Kenyatta, have you been impacted? Ama mshahara si ni ile. Sasa sisi. Do you understand? MPs are still earning. Governors are still earning.
We have noticed what we call a selective very kind of like interpretation of the presidential guidelines by the police service. What is said and what is implemented are totally different.
We are not seeing any other solution given to us by the government. When they tell us to go and sit down in the houses because there's a lockdown indefinitely. So how long? What conversation are we having with our landlords? So we are absolutely confused. Terrified, yes. Guys are going through depression. People are losing homes. People are losing jobs. So it's a really, really mess for guys in the industry.
And now to a sad story. Veteran Kikuyu Benga musician Albert Gasheru has passed on. Gasheru, age 59, breathed his last while receiving treatment at the Kenyatta National Hospital in Nairobi. The artist, famed for the Kikuyu hit song Mwendwa Wakwa Mariro, he was known for his efforts against music piracy. Besides Mariro, Gasheru's other popular songs included Muunya, Hari Hari, Waithira, and Idosiakwa. Fellow artists and Kenyans at large have taken to social media to mourn the singer. Well, our message of condolence to the family and friends and equally the supporters. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Now, residents of Ngorongoro village in Gatundu North have expressed their concerns over increased cases of cattle rustling in the area, expressing their disappointment after 8 cows were stolen last night from different homesteads. The residents blame the security agencies for laxity during curfew hours at a time when thieves strike.
Hii kijiji yetu imekuwa na ukosefu wa usalama, maana ng'ombe zinaibiwa na wezi wameanza kutuimbia ng'ombe kama vile walikuwa wamefanya hapo awali. Wameimba boma kadhaa, hii boma imeimbiwa ng'ombe 2. Wakazi wa hapa wametiliwa dawa, wakarara kabisa, na umbwa pia hata sijui kama zimeamuka, zote zimepuliziwa dawa. Sasa hii wizi wa ng'ombe unatekelezwa usiku masaa ya curfew ambao serikali imesema hakuna mtu anafaa kuwa anatembea usiku.
Ng'ombe ndio ilikuwa tegemeo langu hasa sana, nilikuwa napata sadaka yangu ya kwenda kwa kanisa, kila kitu ya kanisa ndio nilikuwa natoa hapo. Sasa mimi nikauliza, kwani usiku hii tunaibiwa ya usiku na hatujisikii? Kwani serikali ilikuwa wapi tusaidie?
Well, the same is happening to residents of Kamulu area in Nairobi. They are complaining of an increase in cases of livestock theft. A recent case happened this morning where Stanley Washira woke up to find his 61 goats missing. Our residents say they suspect the thieves used drugs to make victims unconscious before driving out the animals. Washira says no one had the thieves cutting iron sheets in the goat shed. Now the residents have conducted search at slaughterhouses in Kamulu, Njiru and Kajiado, but they could not find any of the stolen animals.
Jana usiku mbuzi, lakini kuona kondo zilikuwa pande ingine. Sasa mbuzi zilitokea mahali kwa monya iko pale, na vile juu sisi ni kama tulilala saa saba hivi ya usiku. Tunaona wakati kulianza kulikuwa kuna nyesha, ni kama sasa ndio kitu saa 9 hapo hivi, saa 10 ni kama hiyo wakati ndio walichukua, na nikaa walikuwa wakakuja wakapark mahali gari, na venye inaonekana venye walichukua haikai ilikuwa watu wadogo, ilikuwa watu kama 5 hivi.
Nikaambia mfanyikazi akibie kwanza Kamulu Police Station aende alipoti hiyo kitendo, na akafanya hivyo, na mimi nikaamukia nikazurura vishijio zile ziko area, hakuna pahali nilipata. Sasa kulingana na wafanyikazi vile niliwauliza, wao wananiambia hakuna kitu walisikia juu kulikuwa na kamvua na hawalalagi hivyo. Kwa hivyo inakaa ni kama kuna dawa walifuliziwa which was sprayed.
Iko naumia. Kitu kwanza ukiangalia kama hizi mbuzi zenye zimeibiwa masaa ya curfew. Hiyo masaa ya curfew gari ya matatu kwa barabara inashikwa ikiwa kwa barabara. Haya, gari yenye inaiba inapitia kwa askari. Hawaioni. Wengi sana wanalia wizi. Ni venye tu hajaweza kuelezea watu wa press.
Well, we still have more news coming your way right here on Newsfeed, but first we take a short break.
As As the country gears up for possible BBI referendum and 2022 general elections,
as the salvos enter too familiar territory,
William Ruto will serve his 5 years term as the deputy president.
Pundits Night is here to give you powerful, thought-provoking political commentaries.
The mountain can produce a country.
Give Moses Kuria a chance to respond. Let me ask you this. Are you not taking advantage of first my situation?
You talk about the people with the ultimate power.
Kikuyus will vote for somebody from outside their community to be the next president of this country.
We talk to the newsmakers, the opinion shapers, and the pundits.
Fair enough. I believe
that part so that I don't
as we dissect everything you need to know to make an informed decision. How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates.
The position of the Prime Minister will go to a party with the most elected members.
I clearly know that neither Raila nor Ruto are in the work plan on the roadmap for transition as far as the government is concerned.
Informative health discussions, business, farming, Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs, and music bands.
Back to the seasons of my years.
Every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Did you know that your business keeps our economy running?
You need the skill, not the papers.
Always tell yourselves, one day at a time. You can't do everything under one roof.
Over time, I've had to realize that good things take time.
The Grind, every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Before the markets open, farmers begin their day, each with a desire to produce the best. But how can they increase the numbers, maintain the standards,
Aitoi ile garlic inafaa itoi, that standard garlic.
reduce the cost,
We spread our risk.
and yet remain the best? Kilimo Diaries, every Sunday when the clock hits 7:30 p.m. Cut, chop, mix, steam, grill, fry. Only the home of untold stories.
Welcome back to Newsfeed. It's now time that we get to more news, and we go all the way straight to the coast, where Senator Mohamed Faki is addressing the nation in regards to matters, land issues that continue to bedevil them. A couple of other things that are being addressed down there is on the suspension of floating bridge directive. And so we cross over there and listen in to more.
Shukran sana bwana Senator. Sasa tukiondoka, nitamkaribisha dada Salma tuweze kufungua tu ile curtain pale, atuongoze in that process ili tuweze kumaliza shughuli yetu, hafla yetu ya leo, tuweze kusonga mbele.
Assalamu alaikum. I think wakati umewadia sahi wa kuweza kuirelease report yetu officially, and also that kila mtu ameiongelea na ameiona. Itakuwa vyema ikiwa viongozi wetu sote twendeni pale, and then kila mtu atashika side yake katika hii green veil. Mheshimiwa Senator, since you are the only senator.
Well, we'll be following up on that particular report to give you more updates. Remember, there's two coastal senators who have criticized the move to force pedestrians to use the Liwatoni floating bridge that is in Mombasa County, and they are now calling on the suspension of this particular directive. So we'll be giving you updates in regards to this particular story as and when they hit our desk. But we still have more. Like we have said, we value your feedback. Thank you so much for keeping me company. We still have more coming your way, so make sure that you keep it right here. And so getting into more news, the Taita Taveta irrigation scheme, we get to this following the completion of the first phase of Kasukoni irrigation scheme in Taita Taveta County. Communities around Nakutoro and Chala areas have expressed their joy, saying that their farming and water security is now catered for. The 3.3 billion Kenya shillings project by the Coastal Development Authority, CDA, is supposed to be implemented in 3 phases by utilizing Lake Chala water resources. CDA Managing Director Mohammed Kainan says that the project will ensure water supply for domestic and irrigation use by the residents of Taveta County now. And that is Mwatete also. They will also be benefiting out of this, and equally Voi areas. Kainan says that CDA continues to reposting in social or repositioning itself in socio-economic activities as it seeks to achieve the government's Big Four agenda of food security, healthcare, housing, and manufacturing. And away from that, we'll be giving you details of this particular story as we proceed with the broadcast. But tension is high in Lamaiwet area, Muchongoi ward, after armed bandits made away with over 200 livestock, forcing residents to flee. The situation has equally forced residents to be armed with bows and arrows, while bandits are believed to be armed with sophisticated weapons.
Days after Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembeya suspended a security operation in the area for 30 days to allow Pokot leaders engage those with illegal firearms to surrender, tension is yet again high in Lamaiwet Machangoi ward after armed bandits made away with over 200 livestock, forcing residents to flee. Residents of Arabal and Chemorongion areas armed themselves with bows and arrows, while the bandits are believed to be armed with sophisticated weapons. A visit to the area, bandits were still believed to be hiding in the nearby bush as they staged another daring attack before a contingent of Rapid Deployment Unit, General Service Unit, and Kenya Police engaged them in a fierce fight. Last week, the bandits shot dead a 60-year-old man before injuring a child and her mother in Makutani area.
Operation imeanza upande wetu yao wakaidi kutuoperate na kunyakua mali zetu na kutesa watu. Sasa watu naanza kuhama tena na walikuwa wamerudi nyumbani. Sasa nani muonga hapa?
Baringo South Member of Parliament Charles Kamuren has faulted the suspension of the operation, terming it ill-advised, and wanted immediate reinstatement of the security operation.
Sikusimamisha operation na sikuomba operation isimame, nilisema operation iendelee. So kama watu wa mitiati wanataka watoe bunduki zao na saa hii wanatumia bunduki zao, wamekimbisa kwetu na kututesa. Sasa hii ni ungwana kweli?
Juzi tarehe 23 mwezi huu wa pili, mwezi wa 3, kuna mkutano ilifanyika pale Lake Bogoria, na hiyo mkutano iliamua kwamba operation isimame. Siku mbili tu baadaye, tarehe 26, kulikuweko na uvamizi pale Mkutani. Mtu mmoja aliuawa ambaye tumemzika juzi Jumamosi.
Locals decried the runaway insecurity in the region, saying they have continued to suffer in the hands of the bandits since 2013, with little being done by the government towards the restoration of peace in Baringo South.
Mimi nalia kwa senator, mimi nalia kwa Gotv, mimi nalia kwa governor. Juzi alitia sign ya mwezi mmoja Pokot aongeleshe Pokot. Lakini kumbe alipanga. Hebu sikia saa hii. Saa hii tangu ile mkutano ilifanyika Spa Resort, mimi kama Paul Kipiamat ama mkaaji wa Embassos, ninasema kabisa karibu inafikia kiwango inakaa kama ni mipango.
The locals who have now fled for fear of more attacks appeal to the government to address insecurity in the region.